the whole mission trip is to hand out the Great Controversies to the whole community of Lansing. So my partner and I were doing just that. We were in an apartment complex, and I noticed that there was this red truck with a contractor in it. So the Lord impressed me to go to that person and offer some books. And I introduced myself, I made my pitch, I handed him the books, he grabbed it, and I'm talking to him. And the more that I'm talking to him about the contents of the book, I realized there was a bit of a hesitation. And then immediately he asks, what denomination are you? And I say, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. And then he just gave me a look and he said, I don't want the books. I don't want anything to do with that. And I noticed that his whole countenance, his whole character, he just changed all of a sudden. And I said, can I at least give a prayer for you? Can I pray for you? Are there any prayer requests? He said, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're doing, but I don't really want anything to do with that. Thank you. And I said, that's totally fine. Have a blessed day. And so I go to the rest of the apartment complex. Maybe 10, 15 minutes pass by. We finish everything. And, my partner and I, Alyssa and I, are walking back to the car so that we can go to our next destination. And as we're walking out of the apartment complex, all I hear is a, hey. And I turn around and it was the same man. And immediately I walk up to him and he just puts his hand out. I grab it, we shake hands, and we're holding hands the entire time for the rest of the conversation. And he just says, I just want to apologize for the way I presented myself. I see what you guys are doing and I love what you're seeing, or I love what I'm seeing. I love what you're doing. And there's not many young people that are doing what you're doing. I have a tough upbringing. I'm a very brash person, and it's because of my life circumstances, and I just want to apologize with the way that I presented myself. I'm also a Christian, but I'm going through some things right now. And I said, listen, you don't have to apologize to me. I'm not offended at all. Let's have a word of prayer. And so we get into prayer, and immediately after the prayer, you can see that he has this sense of peace. And he said, thank you for the prayer. It was powerful. It was a very nice prayer. And then immediately after, I put my hand out with the book and I said, please take the book. And he just looks at it and then he grabs it from me and he says, okay. And then we went our separate ways. But it was such a blessing just to see that even though a person may seem as though they're disinterested in the gospel, by your life and the things that you're doing, they could see Christ in you, the hope of glory. And then that is enough for them to receive not only the literature, but the gospel. And it was just an encouraging and a blessing, because I didn't think that would happen at all. He didn't seem like the type of guy to reach out again, and yet he did so. So that was really nice.